Last year, prior to the cancellation of the B2G 2020, we interviewed a few characters for the run-in publicity for the race. Well, 12 months later, we still think these stories need to be told. We're calling this mini-series the B2G 2020 Lost Tapes. The first of these was our interview with Carl Bird. Now, Carl's heavily involved with Sunshine Sailing Australia Learn to Sail School, and he skippered Ereasea in the 2019 race with a crew consisting mainly of students. But in the race, what unfolded for them in over 55 hours at sea was going to take hands-on experience to a whole new level. I started the interview asking Carl to set the scene for us.
You know, the race kind of set up like any other Brisbane to Gladstone, really, a nice southeaster running up the coast. That's the beauty of the Brisbane to Gladstone. It's a nice run up there. We're a part of the sailing school, as you mentioned, so we tend to have a crew that are mainly novices, maybe a couple of people that have done the race before. It's like an annual event for them. Early on the second day, the next morning, which was the Saturday morning, we got a call from the race committee kind of asking us to go back and look after a boat that was just off Indian Head. Yeah, we got their latitude and longitude, their position, and made the call to turn around and kind of mention that to the crew and everyone that we had on board. And we beat back into it to find Red Jam, and they were there. They'd lost their rudder, and they were using their backup rudder, which is one of the safety things that all the boats in the race have to have, is that backup jury rudder. So, they just weren't sure how long that was going to hold out, really, and our job was just to follow them.
Carl, how do you tell your crew after they've enlisted to sail the Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race, most of them novices, that you're pulling out of the race to go and assist another vessel? Everyone
was there expecting to be in the race the whole time, but in the end they got to go to the assistance of another vessel. Everyone was happy with that. They learn a lot. You know, we had our own problems halfway through that day with our clutch on our rudder kind of coming a little bit loose, and we were unable to really get that to hold again. So even as a part of the whole experience, we were figuring out a way to fix our own steering. They got to see what it was like out on the ocean without sails up. You know, the boat's pretty powered up when it's in those kind of conditions. So without any sails up, it's tailing another vessel. You know how manageable those kind of conditions can be. And yeah, I think, you know, they got a few more opportunities to really get on and helm and be involved in the boat in some other roles than what they were initially set up for. So yeah, they had a good time anyway.
In your own words, why should skippers and owners take their offshore yachts into this classic Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race?
It's one of those things where you can get some real personal achievement, I think, any kind of yacht race. And the Brisbane to Gladstone's one of those ones where you're way off the coast of Queensland in some really nice conditions most of the time, and you're making the run up there, and you're meeting new friends and building connections with new people, and you get to the other end and smiles on your face, and there's the race village that the Gladstone Regional Council set up there, and everyone's just having a good time. And yeah, look, it's disconnect from everything, get on the water, go sailing, and realise what you're capable of outside of you every day, I think, and that's one of the real beauties of yacht racing.